I think those are the kind of things. But I think also, as far as being a man, you got to also let, in this day and age now, it's not like when my grandparents and my parents were married. You have to, women are like, you know, educated, got their own things and stuff like that. So you still got to let them, like, you know, spread their wings. But you still have to, like, define roles in your situation, because, like it was touched on earlier, where a man can, someone said that, like, you know, when they meet women, sometimes they don't want they try to make men something other than they really are. You have to let the man be a man and understand how to deal with that aspect of it, and not call a chauvinist or Neanderthals or whatever the case may be. So I think it's just a fine balance. But I think from a man's point of view, or a man coming into it, being a man is like, you know, protect, provide, and praise, and then also lead by example. You know, if you do have kids, like my man Greg was saying, you got to, like, walk the walk. You know, you can't tell your kid not to smoke weed and you're sitting there smoking a joint with your boys in the garage. You know, it's just, and it's also being you know, consistent. You know.
Okay, we got Hamilton, who's always talking about his two little queens. What are the responsibilities of a man when it comes to a relationship, Hamilton?
You know, everyone pretty much touched on it, but to set the tone, you know, even in my previous marriage, regardless of what type of day I was having, I've always came home to make sure that, you know, my wife was taken care of, no matter if I had a bad day, because even during the downtime of my marriage, my daughter was just born. I never wanted my daughter to ever feel any type of strife, any type of imbalance, any type of anything. And it's just like he said, it's just, you know, to lead by example. My two daughters have never, ever, and will never see me and my daughter, me get into an argument with the mothers at all, because I know I'm the first person that they're going to look at to date. So I want to make sure that when they look up to any dude, honestly, they probably won't get close to any dude because daddy doesn't play that. But I say that to say because we have to lead by example. You know, anything and everything that I can possibly do for my daughters will be done. And, you know, when the day comes and I get married again, it's going to be the same for my wife. I want her to know that I'm there for her. You know, he talked about he doesn't do the roles things, and I totally agree with that, because everyone has weaknesses, everyone has strength, and the perfect marriage would be a union where you balance each other out. He doesn't like bills, she does. You know, people take the roles they take the roles too seriously. You know, a guy that's supposed to provide. Well, she's making more money. Who's going to provide? I mean, that's just clear. But it's just an understanding, regardless of whether or not she makes more money than him, he still sets the tone, because from a spiritual aspect, he is the king of that household. He sets the tone. He is the pastor of that home, and she submits to him. I know people take that submission thing and run with it, but a guy who truly fears God will understand what it is I'm talking about. And a God-fearing woman will understand that the submission that she has for him is just saying, I see my husband praying. I see my husband in the Word. I trust him. I will follow him wherever he goes, because I know that whatever guidance he's getting from the Lord. And that pretty much just clears it up for me.
Okay, let's move on to our next question. Ron, you in the hot seat, Ron. Does the way a woman dress affect the way that a man approaches her?
Yes, that's all I got. Yes. Oh man, oh yeah, no, exactly, yeah. Oh no, we do. I mean, you kind of look at, if you're out and you're looking, you're looking to meet someone, and someone comes in with a almost nothing outfit on, instantly that brother's gonna he'll be with his boys. I like to hit that, But then the lady come in with like a little demeanor to herself, nicely dressed, nice put together. Because I think the sexiest things is when a woman dresses up, has everything matching, and it's form fitting to the body. It's nothing worse than seeing someone with some extra tight stuff on that it's inappropriate for their body style. But I think it does. I know I'm going to get jacked up. Let me get to my ride. But
trick question.
No, honestly, it does play a part in it, how you present yourself to that person, because, when a guy sees it, we're visual creatures, so if you come in one way, they're going to say, she's more in the, date, not wifey side, and the other side, is the wifey side. So there is something said for dressing appropriately.
Okay, James, you're in a hot seat. Does the way a woman dress affect the way that you're going to approach her?
No, I'm very confident. No matter what she dressed like, if she is attractive to me and I want to see what she's working with, or just to talk to her, I'm gonna approach her. I mean, she can be someone casually in a grocery store, and I might like what she has on. Like, dang, I'm gonna speak. I may not go further than that, but just to acknowledge, I'll acknowledge you. I'm gonna do that. I think that's important. A woman's individuality. So I don't think that there should be boundaries set on how she should dress. If that's how she feel, that makes her comfortable, I'm all for it, because I want to see what you're working with anyway. So, you know what I mean? So, yeah. But at the end of the day, yeah.
Okay, Jack Money, you DJing parties all the time. Jack Money, you DJing parties all the time. Yeah. From your perspective, you sitting back, you're looking at the guys. Which does it, from your perspective, affect the way a guy approaches a woman? Do the guys typically approach the women that have less on, or do they approach the women that are casual or neatly dressed?
It definitely plays a part in who gets approached and how. If you've ever been in a club, whenever I work club, I always watch the bartenders and the wait staff. And the women that are waiting tables, they'll wear the tightest, sexiest clothes they can because they know that's going to bring more tips. And I don't know why some women dress the way they do, but I believe in the individuality too. Like he said, be who you are. I mean, don't just dress and wear something skimpy in order to attract somebody. If you like wearing skimpy clothes, do that. Either way, we can see through if you wrapped up with a bed sheet. Exactly. A man is going to see what
he's working with it. Yeah, exactly.
A man is going to see what he wants to see, And if it's an open bar at a party, he's going to see everything. So, I mean, I would say it does make a difference, but I would definitely tell any woman to be who you are. Don't try to change. If that's your style, that's your style. You like it or leave it alone.
Okay, we got Hamilton from the spiritual point of view. You know what I'm saying? Don't give me the politically correct answer, you know what I'm saying? No. Don't give me the politically correct answer.
Let me move away from you so I get hit by a bolt of light.
Got the water too.
Exactly.
Does the way a woman dress affect the way that you approach her?
I think every woman is going to get approached, but I think the type of guy that approaches you is based on what you wear. You get a different approach from someone that's kind of dressed up and kind of holding herself well outside. I mean, I'm just using like kind of a club venue as an example. But someone that comes in skimpy, I mean, honestly, I'm not saying that it's right, but if you're half naked, what do you think a guy's going to come at you as? They're going to come at you like, oh, I want to hit it. I want some of that. And 9 out of 10 times, that's what a woman who's dressed like that will get approached by. Again, I'm not condoning, I'm not saying that it's right, but it does play a part. It's sad, but it really does. And I think again, it's what you're wearing kind of plays a fact of the type of person that will approach you. I mean, again, it's the same thing with a guy. If a guy is dressed in a business suit, you might look at him differently as opposed to someone that's dressed in, got a hole in the sneakers, something like that. Again, it may not change. That person may be the best person inside, but from first look, we all know that person, looks attract. Let's just be real. Looks attract, but we all know personality keeps. So, it does play a fact of, how women get approached.
Okay, we got this all-male panelists up here. I'm going to ask this question, and then I'm going to open up the floor for questions that you got these single guys up here that you want to know that's in your mind. But this last question, does a woman's income determine how a guy is going to treat her?